Hope it feels better, less strained.
It actually feels more strained on like my shoulder.
On your shoulder, okay.
And like into my arm. Not on my hand. My hand's fine, but it's the arm.
Yeah. Yeah, so where are you feeling it, like, strained? I don't want to point to anywhere that it might feel strained to make you feel.
Like, right here.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. If that might be a shoulder thing or a neck thing. Dr. Folk says that a lot of our tension comes from our neck. And so if we have like a tense neck, like we're trying to hold anything, and it makes it hard. I would say that is a weird motion for sure. I don't think, I was tempted to say that your viola might still be too forward, but I don't think it is. So maybe experiment with it. If the thumb thing just doesn't work out, just throw it out the window and do what works for you, because the last thing you want is thumb tension.
Yeah.
Because it makes it really hard to do any of like the, especially like fourth finger. Because the main thing you want to do is relax it and release it, especially when you get into like shifting and stuff.
I think it feels better to be more like less like that. Like I felt like I was like doing like a thing. It feels better to just be like this. Like
the opposite of thumbs up. Yeah, and like just straight up is good.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Did I say?
I don't know. I just like was looking at your thumb and your thumb was like
I do that because I'm double jointed. So it's just kind of natural for me to do the opposite to keep my thumb from doing this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which, as I can show Dr. Fulcher, it's not good. So, yeah, that's just me. Maybe I should, because I would say, like, keeping it straight so that you don't have thumb tension is prime. Good thing to do. Other than that, I would say when you move into vibrato, I'm just going to grab my shoulder rest because it's hurting my collarbone. Now I will help you with your vibrato.
Okay.
So you can
do
hopefully.
It properly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you weren't doing anything really improper. It just causes a lot of tension if you're just doing it with your finger. Because that's using a lot of tiny small muscles, right? And so we have two basic kinds of vibrato. We have arm vibrato and wrist vibrato. And the one that you really want to do, especially on viola, is arm vibrato, just because it's such a big instrument. Like on a violin, you know, it's tiny, you can do tiny things and it sounds fine, but the viola has such long strings and it's so big, you have to do exaggerated motions to make it sound the same.
Yeah.
So on viola, we do more arm vibrato than wrist vibrato.
Okay.
And it sounds funny when you start doing it. I would recommend doing it like on an E, on the D string. You're gonna just, your hand and your wrist and your arm are gonna stay straight. It's basically your elbow is the thing that's moving. So do you want to try that? It's kind of like if you were to make your finger like go from this position to like this, like it just moves back. Yeah, so you're, yeah, and you can just go back and forth. Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and try that. Yeah. And your wrist is gonna stay in like the one place, and then it's like your finger is the thing that's rocking back and forth. I would recommend taking your thumb like off almost. Yeah, your hand's gonna slide around. It sounds funny, I get it. So let's take it back a step. So let's just do like take your hand up and down like this.
Okay.
Almost like you're shifting. But your thumb's gonna be really light, because obviously if your thumb's gripping, you're gonna like...
Yeah.
It's not gonna feel very good, so... Yeah, that's the feeling that we want. And then make it smaller motions so that it goes down like to a whole step or a half step between the note. And slowly inch your way back into first position. And then once you get to that almost first position, just make sure that your thumb stays loose and your first finger stays kind of planted and just rocks back and forth. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Kinda? Mm-hmm. So if we were to do it with the bow, it's going to sound like... That's how light we want to be. Mm-hmm. Do you see kind of what I did? Mm-hmm. Obviously, when like you get to the note that you want a vibrato on, you have to put some pressure down, but you want to be as light and loosey-goosey as possible because we don't want to get tight. Then you get injured, and then you have to go to physical therapy. Yeah. Not speaking through experience at all.
Yep.
So if you want to try that, you can do that on all of your fingers.
Like
maybe even your fourth finger. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but you could. So like with your third finger, for instance, you're just going to keep the other two fingers like with it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then as you get closer, we try to kind of keep the two others just hovering a little bit over the string. So like if I was going to play, I could vibrato with my fourth finger, but it's not very comfortable. Mm-hmm. So, you try to release the finger that's immediately behind it, if not the other, well, I'd say all of them. Vibrato, yeah. It's like, I don't know how to describe it other than my fingers like rocking back and forth as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... You can really see it on my third one.
A little bit more.
Yeah. It's really like in this first knuckle is the only thing that like bends. But it's really like, I feel it in my bicep, especially if I do like vibrato exercises, like on a scale. Mm-hmm. I feel it in my bicep because the only thing that's like moving is like this.
Yeah.
Which is all bicep. Mm-hmm. So that's arm vibrato, and that's probably the only thing that I would recommend for viola.
Okay.
Just because it is so big.
Yeah.
And I mean, if a violist tried to do really narrow vibrato, it wouldn't sound super great on the viola.
Yeah. Can I try the...
Yeah, you totally can. Go for it.
One?
Yeah, so your bow's just gonna go however. Yeah, and I like that you don't have your thumb on. Yeah, that's what it was. So kind of what you were doing before was like
this. Yeah, I was kind of like...
Yeah, which gets the desired-ish effect, right? Mm-hmm. But the other one, I would say it looks less tense.
I just have to work on it a lot, but...
Yeah, if you want to do like an actual exercise, like in position, I would do like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 16th notes.
That's basically...
Yeah, like, at least my vibrato is just a little bit faster than like 16th notes. Mm-hmm. So, that's what I would recommend. And you could do that on every finger. You could even do it on your fourth finger. It's good for building strength, if nothing else. But I don't know how much you guys do with your fourth fingers in this.
We're at 21 minutes.
Oh, man! Oh, man! Oh, okay.
But thank you.
Yeah.
That was helpful. Especially the vibrato thing.
Yeah. It's less tense, hopefully.